Welcome to the Wacker Neuson University. My name is John Freilich, technical trainer. Today we're going to be talking you through and walking you through the drive pump calibration procedure and also the start current validation and calibration. So what would prompt you to do a pump calibration? There's a couple reasons why. First, you have flash programmed and updated software to the machine, to the drive controller and the machine controller. The second reason is you've replaced any pump related components. Could be the pump, could be the drive solenoids, or the drive controller. These are the reasons why you would go through the pump calibration procedure. To begin the pump calibration procedure, you're going to want to grab your laptop, your Wanda cable, and establish connection and connect to the machine. So I have already connected to the machine, I'm connected to my laptop, and you now have to launch the software. When you have established connection with Wanda to the machine, you're going to navigate to the calibration page. From the calibration page, select Drive Software, the warning page. From this page, you want to verify the machine is in a safe state and the machine is on jack stands. Calibration status. There are three possibilities here: bad calibration, not calibrated, and calibrated. To continue on with the procedure, select Continue. Drive pump calibration page. From this page, Wanda will walk you through step by step, steps 1 through 7, through the drive pump procedure. Step 1. Set default values for calibration. You're going to select Set Cal Defaults. Step 2. Cycle the key switch on. At this state, the engine should be running. Step 3. Set SPAS Override. Select SPAS Override button. Step 4. Ensure all the conditions are met. Operator in seat. Seatbelt fastened. Engine RPMs have to be above 2,000 RPMs. I'm going to set the engine RPMs to maximum RPMs. Release the park brake. Step 5, begin the calibration. Step 6, move the left joystick all the way forward and hold it. Do not move the joystick position, and select Begin SPAS Cal. We begin the fast ramp. The drive controller is determining the SPAS sensor forward position. The drive controller now will determine the reverse SPAS sensor position. I have now just calibrated the SPAS sensor bookends, forward, reverse, and neutral. The calibration now will begin the slow ramp, where it determines when the pump comes off of neutral and the tracks begin to move. This is also known as the start current value. Has now reached its maximum displacement, and we're going to begin the reverse pump calibration, step 7. Pull the left joystick all the way back and hold it, and select Begin Reverse Calibration. The drive controller is now determining at what point does the start currents get the pump off of neutral and the tracks begin to move. The drive controller has just determined the pump calibration and start currents for the reverse function. The pump has reached maximum displacement and the procedure is complete. We have now calibrated the drive system for left, right, forward, and reverse. After you complete the drive pump calibration procedure, the next step is to validate and calibrate the start currents from the pump calibration. The reason you would perform the start current validation and calibration procedure is to provide a smooth operator input to the left joystick to machine output. The second reason is to synchronize your left drive and right drive, that both sides of the machine start at exactly the same time in a forward function and reverse function. When you have established connection with Wanda to the machine, navigate to the configuration page. Select Drive Profile. On the right side of the page, left forward, left reverse, right reverse. These are the start current values the drive pump calibration has calibrated. We're going to validate these start current to the left drive and right drive for forward and reverse and adjust them as needed. To begin the drive current validation and calibration procedure, there are a few conditions that need to be met. First, the engine must be running. The machine must be in ISO mode. Hydraulic temperature must be greater than 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And the procedure requires the machine to be in creep mode, 3%. We will now start the engine. Seatbelt on. Release the park brake. On the left joystick, press and hold the lower left button. From this page, you will now be in the creep mode and navigate to 3% creep mode. The percentage will be displayed on the display in the machine cab. With the machine in creep mode 3%, the next step is to move the joystick all the way forward and hold it in the forward position at maximum engine RPMs. At this position, you do not want to observe any machine movement at creep mode 3%. As you can see, with the joystick all the way forward, creep mode 3%, maximum engine RPMs, the machine does not move. This is a proper calibration the drive pump has performed, and no milliamp values need to be adjusted. The next start current validation and calibration procedure, select your creep mode and set it to 6%. With creep mode set at 6%, I'm again going to move the joystick all the way forward and hold that position at maximum engine RPMs. At 6%, the machine should just start to creep forward or start traveling forward at creep mode 6%. As you can see, creep mode 6%, left joystick all the way forward, the machine does move. This is what we want to observe with machine movement at creep mode 6%. In the first start current validation procedure, we observed the machine creep mode 3%, maximum engine RPM. With the joystick all the way forward, there was no machine movement. No additional changes or reduction of milliamp values were required. Now I'm going to show you when the machine does move, when you are in creep mode 3%, how to properly adjust the milliamp start current values using Wanda. As you can see, with the joystick all the way forward, the machine is in creep mode 3%. The machine does creep and move forward. This is my visual identification that my milliamp values from the drive pump calibration are calibrated too high. I need to reduce these milliamp values by 5 milliamps at a time. Left forward is set to 640. In the window, type in 635. Reduce your milliamp values by 5 milliamps at a time. When you have entered your value, select Set and we're going to repeat the procedure for the right drive. Again, reducing by 5 milliamps at a time. Now you're going to repeat the creep mode 3% procedure, validating the machine does not move with the joystick all the way forward. With the start current values adjusted and reduced by 5 milliamps, we will begin the 6% creep mode validation and test. Again, as you observed, the machine does move at creep mode 6% with the joystick all the way forward. No additional adjustments are required or needed for this creep mode 6% validation. Now that you have completed the forward start current calibration procedure, repeat the steps for the reverse function. The dry pump calibration procedure and start current validation and calibration will help you set up a machine to run at maximum efficiency.